What's going on, everybody? It's Q Jackson, the lifestyle editor of The Quintessential Gentleman. And I am super excited today because I'm here with my friend, my brother, Joshua, aka JKing.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, Josh? How
What's
are
up,
you, my
Q?
brother?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm pretty sure I'm not feeling as good as you are. We're here talking about your new project, your new career that you're in. Like, how does it feel, man? You're a musician now.
Man, I feel blessed, actually. I don't know. I've loved music all my life, so now I'm in a vein where I'm an artist, and it's just been uphill, actually, and I'm just thankful.
So you've been behind the scenes yet in front of the scenes for a very long time.
Right.
When did you decide, like, okay, it's time for me to get out here and start singing?
Right. During the pandemic, my friend Ty, he's always been an advocate of me being an artist. So
Is he the only one? I mean,
Nah. I mean, you have been. A lot of people in my circle have been. I think they've seen the talent there, but I've kind of focused my energy on being behind the scenes and helping other people. But now, I feel like the Dark Knight. Like, really, it's like by day I'm marketing different brands and different clients, and by night I'm performing or in rehearsal or, on tour with Kevin Ross.
So what I want to know is, how do you separate the two, and is there a such thing as separating Josh versus JKing?
JKing, nah, you can't separate it. God's blessed me to, be able to manage both. And as long as he sees fit for me to do, I'm going to do it till the wheels fall off. And with quality, you know what I mean? That's a must.
Okay, so a lot of us knew that you had this voice.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people did not know
Right.
that you had a voice.
Right.
What has been like one of the most memorable reactions after you've released music?
It would have to be when I released Is You, the Christmas record. That was the first record I released. And one of the reactions was like, oh, you about to be the nigga Mariah Carey. And that just took me completely out. But it made a lot of sense because, again, music lives forever.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I did a Christmas song, it's Christmas every year. So it's a new experience for different audiences, for different people to get a chance to get into Is You.
So why did you decide to release a Christmas song as your entry into the industry?
Because it was December. No, really. I saw the magic behind making a Christmas record, and I've always liked Christmas records from like Brian McKnight, Mariah Carey, even up to like now where some of the newer artists are doing Christmas records. But like I said, it lives forever, and the ability to like Mariah Carey giving you the key.
Mm-hmm.
So every year you can reinvent what that means to different audiences and different age groups. So it's just a beautiful thing for real.
Okay, so we're coming up on December again.
Right.
So is there any plans to, in the midst of releasing the project, to release any more Christmas music?
I'm definitely gonna release a video for Is You. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the move.
Okay. So let's talk about being behind the scenes in the industry versus being in front of the scenes in the industry.
Right.
You had the opportunity to work with quite a few artists over the years.
Right.
You've seen things done the right way. You've
Right.
seen things done the wrong way. You've been responsible for having things happen the right way.
Right.
Like, what about what you learned behind the scenes do you use now when you put your work out?
Everything. I was blessed and fortunate to kind of see it from a different vein and do it at a level. So with doing that, it definitely taught me step by step what to do and what not to do. And it gave me perspective on how to kind of take in what this industry is and take it with a grain of salt and move forward with talent and let that be the light always.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from the artists that you've had the opportunity to work with in the past, are there any that are on this new project?
Yes, but I'm not saying who on the project though.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So we
They
gotta
got
wait.
they gotta wait.
Till when? What's the date?
November 19th, Friday, November 19th.
Okay.
90s fucking vibes.
So tell us what 90s Fuck It Vibes is.
Ah man, I'm an Aries first, right? So you know, we got that fire behind us. So with a lot of everything that I do, people tend to say that I'm nonchalant or like whatever. But it's but it's really the Aries in me. It's really the 3 C's: confidence, composure, consistency. You know what I'm saying? So when you riding with that and you know yourself, the fire tends to get hot. So 90s Fuck It Vibes is really about my my kind of income into music, if you will. Like when I was growing up, the 90s era was everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that really, began the chapter of me loving music, me really understanding what real music was, what vocal ability was, and really, training my ear to really get a grip on what this tool is that I had and the industry that I loved. So I had to do, homage to the 90s era, but it's not the traditional homage. It's kind of like my POV on it. You know what I mean? And it's a special POV, and I'm excited about it.
For those of you who don't know, POV is point of view.
Point
Go
of
ahead.
view, yeah. They know.
So over the past couple of years, we've heard the phrase R&B is dead more than a little.
Right.
When you hear that phrase, how does that make you feel?
It don't make me feel no way. It's not dead. It never died. I think that real music got harder to find in the mix of everything that happened, but it never died. As long as there's Fantasias and Jasmine Sullivans and Marios and Ushers and Mariahs and so on, it won't be dead.
So when people say that though, like what is your comeback to that?
I don't necessarily think I have a comeback. I feel like it's one of those things like if you know. You know what I mean? I don't think it's something that you can try to prove to somebody. I feel like you can maybe introduce them to different, genres or different people that you vibe into, but other than that, they gonna have to want it to be not dead. They gonna want they want it to be alive.
They're gonna have to do the research.
Yeah,
honestly.
Or ask a R&B head.
Like yourself. That's
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying. Like, what's your
R&B.
answer? Where can I find
Yes,
some
sir.
good R&B music?
Yes, JKing. Yeah, Apple Music. Yes, I did.
All right, so your new project, 90s Fuck It Vibes, comes
Right.
out November 19th.
November 19th.
What can we expect from this project? How many songs? What type of feelings are we going to get from this project?
Man, the project from beginning to end is really like a love story. You start off really into it, and then at the end of it, I don't need your ass. And that's really what I'm saying. It's a lot of Aries, it's a lot of harmonies, it's a lot of talking on the track. It's definitely 90s feel. And one track in particular is called Dade. I'm from Miami, by the way.
Oh, we didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, 305. Yes, sir. I'm really excited about that one because Florida, they really gonna go up for it. And we go heavy when they hear a track that they want to dance to or whatever. Yeah, it's up.
So, I mean, what are the words of the song? Can you share some of those with us?
I think on November 19th gonna be the best way to get them words.
You get all of them.
All the words.
Now, when it comes to perfecting your craft,
Yeah.
like, do you believe in vocal coaching or
Yeah.
do you believe in just going
Yeah.
straight for it?
Nah, man, I'm a perfectionist, I would like to think, and I have not had vocal lessons, but what God accepts, you gotta allow. You know what I'm saying? So, Kevin Ross, my little brother, I was in the studio and he was like, "Yo, man, would you want to come on tour with me?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So from that moment, I knew that I was about to be performing in front of people. And I'm getting as prepared as I can with everything I have going on. So no excuses. So it's balls to the wall for real.
Now, what I want to know, having a voice, this is not something that just came yesterday, and then the day after you decided to go into the studio.
Right.
You've been on tour with artists. You've been in the studio with artists. You've created campaigns for other artists.
Right.
So do you think you were truly preparing yourself back then, or are you more focused now on that?
Ah, man, I just really feel like God is always going to show you what you're going to be doing before you're actually doing it. And from the perspective that I had, I thought that I was strategizing and coming up with plans and ideas and marketing ideas and publicity tours for other people. But, you know, there's some divinity in there where he probably was preparing me to understand what I wanted it to look like and prepare me to do it the way that I know that I need to express myself. And that's a blessing, man. I'm excited about that. Just having peace of mind and doing something that I love so much.
Now, do you feel that there's anything that you learned in the past that as you do it now, it feels completely different?
Everything. Because it's different when it's about you.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that, you know, I'm a person of service. So it feels self-serving when you're thinking about, well, what do I have to do, or what am I wearing, or what am I saying to press, or how am I going to need to be perceived. So it kind of makes me a little uncomfortable sometimes when I'm thinking about myself so much.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's a part of it. And, you know, I get used to it, yeah.
Now, let's switch to the topic of mental health, which has been something that has been very important in our community. We've learned to deal with it in a much better way than,
Right.
you know, generations in the past.
Right.
Now, when it comes to building brands for other people and building one for yourself, how do you remain peaceful? How do you remain humble? How do you remain mentally sane dealing with everything that you deal with? Because now you've added more, you know, more to your plate.
Right. I think it's important to have me time, uninterrupted me time. And I think when I do that, it allows me to really focus on what I want, what I need to contribute, what I feel like that day, really just being in tune with self. And that allows me to be at peace with whatever I have written down. But that also comes with me doing the work, right? So I have to release what it is that I have in store for the next day, the night before. You know, I have to get a good night's sleep. I have to be aware of who I'm giving my energy to and how I'm giving my energy, because that is what moves that is what God moves me through. You know what I mean? So I got to be prepared and ready.
So how do you turn like that business mind, that busy mind, how do you turn that off in order to get a good night's sleep and have that me time?
I think I'm intentional. I think I turn off the TV, I turn my phone on vibrate, I leave it somewhere other than the bed, and I really just lay down and I really close my eyes. And that tends to work for me most nights. Now sometimes, you know, you have a little anxiety because, you know, you have a big day or you have an event or you're performing or, you know, you want something to be right, but a little green tea will knock it out.
Any special green tea, any particular brand? You put anything in there, or is it just green tea by itself?
For now, we're just going to say green tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. So
Yes,
touring, you're about to start touring in just a little bit. Like, how does that feel? What is going through your mind right now? And how are your other clients going to be good with you being on tour?
Well, luckily I have a business partner, so clients are taken care of.
Okay.
Period. How do I feel? I don't know if I know how I feel yet. I know that when I get on the stage, I'm a give the stage my all, and I'm going to get in me. That's all I know how to do. And, you know, God willing, I'm going to sing my ass off.
Now, how many dates do you have so far?
I have a few, but we just going to focus on the first one that's coming up. That's November 5th, Friday, November 5th, in D.C. at the City Winery.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where can people go get their tickets?
They can get their tickets at kevinrossmusic.com. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's talk about legacy.
Okay.
Now, I've had the opportunity, I've been blessed enough to watch your career over the last think 11, 12 years, something like that. What is the legacy that you feel you're creating?
I hope the legacy that I am leaving is that for others who got a chance to be in my presence or be around me or work with me, for me, on my side, is that they saw someone do the best that they can with what they had, and that they remained themselves throughout it. And I think that's a message that is so simple but so very hard to do. So every day I'm fighting to make sure that I'm doing that so that I can be an example for other people.
As we know, people deal with things throughout their life that make them the person that they are. Are there any things that you feel, had you not experienced, you wouldn't be the person that you are today?
I mean, so much, man. Growing up, a lot was on my shoulders as it pertains to family, and I think that groomed me to be the person that I am now. You know, I am very decisive. I am very aware. I tend to be intentional with most things that I do, and you know, my childhood really prepared me for that because I went through some trouble and shit. But I think you either decide to crumble or you decide to rise. And I think in every step, every moment, every year that goes on, you just have to continue to decide to make that step. You know what I mean? So I'm just deciding to make that step.
And what is the advice that you would give to other people who are experiencing different trials and tribulations and they feel like they may not overcome whatever it is they're going through?
Man, the key is you're always gonna overcome it. It may not be in your timing, it may not be in the way that you thought it was gonna look, but the idea is to keep an open mind and to understand that it's gonna work itself out, but you too also have to do the work. And the work is different for everybody. But sometimes for people is you have to find out what your work is, and then you have to do the work. So really just, again, having that me time, sitting with yourself, understanding who you are, what you want, without the distractions, and then a lot of that information will come.
So in doing the work, what does that look like for you, and what should that look like for other people?
Man, for myself, doing the work is being patient. Doing the work is being kind. Doing the work is showing up and doing my best each time. And, you know, sometimes that's different for other people. So for others, I feel like, again, you have to decide who you are, what you want, find out what the work is, do the work, and then you'll come to those decisions. But you're going to have to allow that process to happen. So, yeah, you have to be patient with it.
Now, speaking of what you want, this career is about to take off. What is it that you want from it? What are two of the main things that you want to get from this next chapter?
The next chapter, two main things. The first one is always to be happy. I always want to be in a place where I'm doing something that I love and it's making me happy. And when it's not making me happy, then I'm out. The second,
Just that simple.
Oh yeah, it's simple. It's 1, 2, 3. The second would be really just identifying my sound. I think that's important as an artist, and you know, as a person who understands how important it is to find your sound. I want to create, I want to collaborate, and I want to let this shit do what it do.
Now, are there any collaborations on this project that you can talk about?
Man, so you're just gonna ask that question differently at the end of the interview?
Yeah.
Got it. One collaboration that I'm proud about is I have a song with Zay France. A guy, he's from Connecticut, but he lives in LA. Dope R&B artist, dope songwriter. Harmony's crazy. He was in Atlanta, and we was able to record at K-Camp Studio at Rare Sounds, where we are right now. And it went down. It was R&B magic, and I think the ladies are gonna love it.
So, asking about collaborations, we had a conversation a few weeks back about collaborations in the R&B community. How important do you feel like those are, and why do you feel like we haven't had as many as we should have?
Ah, man. Overall, I think these past few years just been tough for everybody. So it's hard to think about others when you're trying to survive yourself. So it's important to put that in perspective, right? But outside of that, I'm grateful for the brotherhood that I have, like with Kevin Ross. You know what I mean? There's no ego. There's just talent and the love of music. And we've known each other for so long, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, it was automatic. You know what I mean? And we just have to spend more time feeding into others, because success comes in collaboration. And oftentimes we're taught that that's not the case, but that is exactly the case. So I am a marketer by day, so I am a master collaborator. And, you know, people know my intention, you know, and the people that I'm collaborating, at least now, they know me, and we have a real relationship. And I kind of want to keep that in the fold where if I'm working with somebody, like, we have to connect at some level, because it's never about anything but that connection, because that's what's going to make the magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we know you are full of Aries energy, but is there anything that intimidates you?
Intimidates me? What intimidates me? I guess not being prepared.
Oh, that's it. Out of everything in life, the only thing that intimidates you is, all right. So we have you as an artist.
Right.
We have you as a marketer.
Right.
Are there any things that you have in you that we might see you do in the future?
Well, you know what? In 7th grade, I took drama, so I'm definitely going to be acting soon. Definitely going to be acting soon.
I can see that.
Yeah, shout out to my drama teacher. I forgot your name, but shout out to you. I remember.
You might have to find
Hey.
that yearbook.
Hey, she going to find me. Find me, sis.
Yeah, as soon as she probably going to be at your first concert.
Hey, let's go. Free tickets. Let's do it.
Half off.
Half off.
You got to make money, though. That's.
Hey, we gonna make money. Yes, sir. Okay.
So, look, November 19th,
Yes, sir.
Get Vibes is going to be
Yes, sir.
released to the world.
Yes.
What can the people expect, and what can people expect moving forward from the JKing brand?
Man, what they can expect is some great vibes, some great singing, some great collaborations, some crazy production, and what they can look for coming up is just authentically me, man.
That's it. All right.
it.
We appreciate it. Congratulations. You know
Appreciate
we're
you,
going to be
bro.
there to support you not November 5th, because I'll be here,
Yeah.
but November 19th,
No, 19th.
and then the 20th.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 20th in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going to see you for 2 days.
Yes.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
All right, I'm good with
Yeah,
that.
2 is better than 1, man.
And I appreciate it.
I
And
appreciate you, bro.
congratulations.
Yes, sir. Love.